Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One X-Wing VR mission is a free downloadable mission for Star Wars Battlefront. It was released on December 6th, 2016 for the PlayStation VR. The VR X-Wing mission puts you in the pilot seat of an X-Wing as a rookie going out on their first flight for the Rebel Alliance. The mission tasks you with finding a distressed Rebel U-Wing and escorting it to safety while defending it from incoming Imperial attacks. Before we start this review, I'd like to mention that the footage you're seeing is from one eye of the headset dewarped and cropped for 2D viewing. So what you see on screen isn't representative of what is seen in the headset in terms of image quality. With all that being said, is the mission itself any good? Let's find out with The Good. It looks pretty damn great art style wise. One of the strongest points of Battlefront was how authentically it looked like Star Wars, and this VR mission is no exception. What's nice about the visuals is that you can finally see many Star Wars vehicles in full scale. This mission understands how neat this is, and features an AT-AT walking across at the start screen. Graphically, the game is fairly nice, with some really neat effects, like how the entire cockpit of the X-Wing is reflective, and reflects back many light effects, like jumping to light speed or larger explosions. The X-Wing cockpit in general was obviously crafted with care, and even has a couple of Easter eggs and other nifty features, like pulling up the target finder, switching fire modes, or pressing a button that allows you to lock S-foils in attack position. The sound was another aspect of the base Battlefront game that I enjoyed, and it's no different here. The sound effects are authentic, and the soundtrack is pretty great, although there were a few moments where I couldn't recognize the song. I'm unsure if this is because the VR mission features original music like Battlefront did, or if this was just Star Wars music I didn't recognize. That aside, the rest of the sound effects are on point. There was great care placed in creating sound effects for things that aren't even really established in the movies. For instance, if you fly by the back of a Star Destroyer, you can hear the sound the engines make. The game itself controls fairly decently, and is much more arcade-esque than simulator-esque. Shooting TIE fighters out of the air was a breeze, and always felt great. Although I do wish there were some more roll controls. But not everything in the X-Wing VR mission feels so great, so it's time to look at the bad. My biggest complaint for the VR mission is the resolution. Looking into the black void of space to try and see the thin black wings of a TIE fighter can be difficult as is. In a lower pixel count, it's even tougher. The game does have a red outline that can track faraway enemies, but if you're like me and you want to try and play it without the HUD, it's incredibly difficult. I tried the mission on both a base PS4 and a PS4 Pro, hoping the extra hardware of the Pro would enhance it, but sadly, there doesn't seem to be a patch and nothing seemed to have changed. My other big complaint is that I wish the mission had a chapter select. The mission itself is fairly short. It's about 25 minutes, because, well, it is just a mission after all. But it's segmented into 3 major parts: a narrative intro, navigating an asteroid field and finding the U-Wing, and the big finale dogfight. I'd like a feature that allowed me to skip right to the dogfight if I wished, especially when showing off the mission to friends or family, or playing what is generally the meat of the mission. Overall, the Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One X-Wing VR mission is a great little mission. Every once in a while I'll strap on my headset and play through it again, and I still have a good time. If you own Star Wars Battlefront and a PSVR, there is no reason not to play it. If you're wondering if you should purchase Battlefront just for the VR mission, I'd say sure if you can find it for around $10. I'd also recommend you play some of the base game, which I've reviewed previously. There will be a link to that review in the description below. Star Wars Battlefront Rogue One X-Wing VR mission gets a Kyle Katarn will be in Rogue One, right? Thanks for watching this Infinite Backlog review. Please stay tuned for more PlayStation VR reviews.